Hello, and welcome to DevOps Quick Bites, your friendly guide to all things Salesforce DevOps with me, Rob Cowell. In this episode, we're revisiting a fundamental topic for anyone working with Salesforce, testing best practices. Whether you're rolling out new features or maintaining stability across your org, strong testing strategies are essential. So, I'm going to guide you through Salesforce-specific challenges, key testing practices, and how to embed them in your DevOps workflow. If that sounds like something you'd like to learn more about, stick around. Salesforce has its unique challenges when it comes to testing. We're working on a platform that updates 3 times a year, often with complex integrations and specific data requirements. With all this complexity, automated regression testing becomes vital to keep up. But there's more to it than just running a test suite. Salesforce testing must handle diverse integrations from ERPs to marketing tools. And this means changes in one system can cascade through to Salesforce, impacting functionality in unexpected ways. And that's why a thorough integration testing strategy is essential to ensure end-to-end stability. One of the most critical best practices is to test early and test often. In DevOps, we call this shifting left, catching issues earlier in the development cycle, which is faster and cheaper than fixing them in production. To achieve this, aim to incorporate testing throughout your DevOps life cycle. This includes functional testing, unit testing, integration testing, and regression testing, with each type addressing different parts of your system. By adopting a comprehensive testing approach, you can safeguard both new functionality and existing features from those regressions. Now, speaking of regression testing, I recently explored that particular type of testing in a recent blog for DevOps Launchpad. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check that out. So let's dive into Apex testing, one of the key areas in Salesforce testing. With Apex, you don't rely on real data from your org. Instead, you create test data within test methods to ensure that consistent results happen across all environments. You can use the test setup annotation to set up those reusable bits of data for your tests. It's also crucial to cover both positive and negative test cases. Check not only what happens when everything's right, but also how the system behaves when everything goes wrong. This might include tests for incorrect data types, missing values, or any other unusual scenario that can reveal unexpected behavior. And here's a quick pro tip. Use the test.start test and test.stop test in your Apex tests. This ensures that the code between those calls has its own set of governor limits, letting you test functionality more effectively without running into those pesky limits too soon. Moving beyond Apex, let's talk about testing Salesforce flows. Flows are powerful for low-code automation, but the native testing options in Salesforce have some limitations. For instance, tests on flows use real data, which can lead to inconsistencies. A good workaround for flow testing is to test them with Apex. With Apex, you can trigger a flow, validate its results, and ensure consistent behavior across all your environments. This also lets you include flow testing in your automated pipelines, and that keeps your testing continuous and reliable through the whole lifecycle. Then we have Lightning Web Components, or LWCs. Since LWCs use JavaScript, we can leverage JavaScript testing tools like Jest. Jest is ideal for testing LWCs because it allows for those isolated tests of the component logic and ensures that they perform correctly under various conditions. As with any testing, aim to cover both positive and negative cases and check for scalability. Including LWC tests in your CI/CD pipeline will help prevent those unexpected issues from making their way all the way through to production. Once you've established solid tests for Apex, flows, and LWCs, it's time to automate. Automated testing keeps you aware of your org's health continuously. By integrating automated tests into your CI/CD pipeline, you can run tests with every code change and deployment, ensuring consistency and catching those issues early. Tools like Gearset make it easy to automate tests with just a few clicks. Daily test reports will give you visibility into test results, including detailed debugging information for any failures. Automating these tests also tracks your code coverage over time, and that helps you maintain quality with minimal manual effort. Automated testing is absolutely essential to maintain a low change failure rate score, one of those DORA metrics we previously discussed. With automated tests, you're notified of failures early before they become deployment blockers, allowing you to address issues proactively rather than reactively. This not only improves your code, but helps keep your team focused on the higher value work of delivering change. So, to recap, robust testing in Salesforce requires thorough planning and careful automation. From Apex and flow tests to those Lightning Web components, these best practices will help ensure stability and performance as your org grows and evolves. Remember, test early, test often, and automate wherever you can. That's all for this episode of DevOps Quick Bites. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments how you're tackling testing in your own Salesforce DevOps. Until next time, happy testing.